Hey everyone, so I wanted to make a quick video about Erotic Capital. Now, if you didn't know this about me, I am a graduate student, I am a PhD student, and basically that means I'm a researcher. And I research women, okay, and other marginalized groups of people, okay? Now, I had an interview this morning with a lovely, intelligent young lady. She lived out in California. And I have been noticing her posts on certain areas of social media, and I had to reach out to actually set up an announcement, and she agreed to talk to me so I could interview her for my study. And what was really, really interesting is she started talking about her time using the Seeking.com website, or what was previously known as Seeking Arrangements, to find sugar daddies or to find sponsors or benefactors, okay? Now, she was a woman who talked about how her mother was very masculine and how she was just under the impression that you were supposed to do everything by yourself. And she was trying to become a business owner. You know, she was starting her own business and she was wondering why she was struggling so much, why she didn't have enough capital to do this, why she didn't have enough capital to do that. And what was really interesting is she said she just realized that one day, I'm not supposed to do everything by myself. Like, one of the business founders that she looked up to, she realized that he had all this family help. He had connections that hooked him up with the right information about the structure of the business, incorporating tax breaks and this, that, and the third. And she was just like, no, like, successful people don't do it all on their own. So she went on Seeking.com and she found her now boyfriend, okay? And, you know, I asked her, I was like, would you recommend that other marginalized groups of people, maybe other women or people who have a hard time accessing kind of like more mainstream forms of capital, like venture capital funding, or maybe loans from banks? And she said, yes, like, I would recommend that other women who looked good, who could get someone to take care of them, right? So that they had that support, so they don't just quit their job and start a business without any safety net. Right now, the reason why I'm making this video and the reason why the video is entitled Erotic Capital is because this lady the woman that I interviewed today brought up a really important concept or idea about how if you don't have economic capital, which is money, if you don't have economic capital, you can use other forms of capital. And sociologists have established and defined within the field of sociology other forms of capital. So of course you have economic capital, you have money, and then in assets, right? Then you have social capital, so your network. Then you have cultural capital, so your knowledge about certain types of music, certain types of adad wa taqalid, which is Arabic for like customs, right? Sorry. It's a shame that I thought about that term in Arabic before English. But anyway, so you have that. But a really interesting sociologist, her name is Catherine Hakim, came up with this new form of capital, or she's theorized this new form of capital called erotic capital. And that is using kind of like your good looks or your sexuality in order to secure what you want to secure in life. It's really interesting. The woman that I interviewed today talked about how, you know, more attractive people are usually preferred in the job interviewing or the job selection process. More attractive people are treated better, and generally they're giving preference out in public. And it also makes me think of the grooming gap, how like women who wear makeup are usually treated much better and are hired more quickly than women who don't wear makeup, and they actually earn more money than women who don't wear makeup. And it's this whole conversation has got me excited because I really encourage particularly women, all people, but particularly women, to take into account erotic capital. And we all know, okay, when we talk about sex workers, even hypergamy, even the level up community, when we think about these things, erotic capital, no one actually uses the term erotic capital, but the whole idea of making yourself look good and dressing up and wearing nice clothes and doing your hair and, you know, wearing makeup, all of this plays into the idea that if you develop or create erotic capital, then you will have access to a lot more in life than if you did not do that. Okay. So I thought that was a really interesting conversation I had today. I was so excited. The woman was amazing. She was brilliant. And she was basically saying, yeah, like all these successful people you see around, like all these business owners, they don't do this by themselves. Like they don't become Elon Musk or they don't become Steve Jobs all by themselves. Like they have families, they have support networks, they have capital, they have networks that you don't even know about, that's working in the background you don't even know about. And as women, like, unfortunately, women are valued much more for their physical appearance and their bodies and what their bodies are able to do. When we think of reproduction and, of course, like giving pleasure to men, right? That's valued way more than a woman's mind, unfortunately, or a woman's education. I'm not saying this is right. I think it's disgusting. However, it is what it is. I mean, it is what it is, right? And we have to think about how nature laughs last at the end of the day. And men are wired a certain way and women are wired a certain way. So to understand these natural tendencies that humans have, we can use this awareness to benefit ourselves or to push our own agendas forward. So I thought that was a really great conversation and I wanted to share it with you all. And yeah, so thanks for watching. If you have any questions, as always, please comment, subscribe, and share the video. And if you want to ask me a more private question that's not going to be on this public platform of YouTube, you can send me a DM on Instagram at universe.trip, universe.trip. Okay. All right. So I love you guys and have a lovely day. And think about, ladies, think about cultivating that erotic capital. Because as my participant interviewee said today, like she thinks about how she was doing everything on her own, all by herself, studying, working hard. And then she thought about how when she got on Seeking.com and got a sugar daddy, which is her boyfriend now, how everything has gotten much better. How when she allowed people to help her, when she allowed these men to help her, that everything got so much easier for her. And, you know, she mentioned that a lot of people will look at her and say, oh, you started this business all by yourself. And she doesn't want to mislead people, especially other women, and have them believe that she did it all by herself without any support. No, she was very strategic and she got help when she needed help. And I think we should all do the same, and we shouldn't believe the lies or the facade that these people like Steve Jobs and Elon Musk did it all by themselves. No, they didn't. And unless you're like a superhero, you probably won't be able to do it all by yourself either. So ask for help and use your erotic capital. Cultivate your looks, because whether you like it or not, unfortunately, people treat people who groom themselves and take the time to look nice, put in the effort to look nice, much better than people who do not. Okay. So, okay. I'm really done now. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.